Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dune. This is another episode of Factorio Megabase. Today I got on just sort of clean up some things, but I might as well stream while doing it. So, one of the things in these I kind of keep forgetting to do is in RoboPort mining stations, I'm getting all these blinking, and it's because I have a mod that marks used up miners for deconstruction. It's actually called auto deconstruct or something like that. And if you, one, have a mining chest, and two, a construction bot there, then it will be picked up. And see, look, they're actually going to go and clean that. And so when I pick up this setup, I realize these were connected. I guess the construction parts are connected, not the logistics. So I don't mind that. But I need one down here because this is bigger than... So anyways, that's a single construction bot do that. And then, the blinking will stop. So it's one of those little details that I've sort of not thought about. And of course I'm blocking the ore site, so I can't stick here long or it's going to back up trains. I'm creating a little log jam there. Now, of course, you could run around and do this all manually all the time, but you already got the robot network. Just add a few bots to it, and it's good to go. That's used to a train going out the other way, but this one heads out forward. Let's see here. I think that's all the copper I've set up since I... Oops, that's some stone. There's 2 copper trains here. There's copper ore 64 northeast. Those are all belts. Right, iron. Our way around. Last episode set up some more PG trains for a greater expand PG outpost. And I just realized I didn't get a sound. I'm hearing the game sound, but I didn't hear the sound of a research finishing. That was weird. Just turn on my headset volume. Still, I didn't hear the... I couldn't even attempt to repeat it. Having this kind of thing. I find trains doing around this one same thing mine just did. You know, I mean, there might be a train kind of trying to make a left, and a train that would make a left comes down and over. I mean, it's really not a huge deal. It's just kind of weird. Okay, so that one's going to need it. Now we're headed up to our newest one. We placed either last episode or the time before. Just past 81. So there first. Oh, it's facing the wrong way, so I'll jump out of the train. I can look at all those. So this isn't a robotic one, and so these aren't all blinking. My train will be back. Meanwhile, I can actually do it. Could I do a game from the beginning? You mean a megabase? This, or would you just like to see how I start a game? Because a megabase, this is 400 hours in the making. It's not something I would even attempt to do overnight. I get that. And I might. Exterminator's got a good one. Making a megabase. If you've not watched the beginning of base. That's an idea for a new series, for sure. I don't know. Starting over is not nearly as fun, but at some point, this game's going to be unplayable. UPS for me is 25. Someday it'll get down so low I can't really play it anymore. At that point, I'd have to start over. Open up the chat window so people can see what you're typing. That was my phone bing. Like Joe Bob Cheese, welcome by the way, was asking, could I do a game from the beginning? Well, I mean, it's of course clearly possible. Did I set a construction button? Yes. Okay. My fun thing that I enjoy most about Factorio, I mean, I enjoyed initially creating something like this, but most of my time now is not creating all this stuff, but, you know, scaling the base way beyond the initial boundaries. You know, the early rush for, you know, from red to green science to gray science and blue science and purple science and yellow science. They're fun, but it's a different kind of fun. It's a fun, you know, kind of versus the biters. Once you kind of get your lasers up, you know, laser walls like these around your base, you know, then it becomes a different kind of game where you don't have to worry about being overrun. And you can work on increasing your research rate. Where's that train that's blinking? Is it this one? Yeah. Where's that guy going? Going to green circuits. Maybe I'll change my train to green circuits. GC Station South. Is it this guy right in front of me? The entrance to the station's over here. Have to repair that train so it stops blinking. Driving a train around manually, it's quite possible to be plowed into by another train, and it gets damaged and moves on and never gets repaired, and it just puts out that blinking "I'm damaged" signal. Spots are hard at work, all 1,000 of them flying around, little angry ants or bees. Alright. Also need to do this one, 71. Is that where I'm headed? Yep. Or this one. I only need to go up a little bit. Set up this one. Do the same. All right. 79. I don't really know how many of these I got. Eight. Two is belts. 71. Do need to get to 71. Oh, I was just here. Well, let's go to 71. Oh, that's nearby. Obviously tell the difference belt ones versus robot ones. Just kind of looks like a circuit board with belts. Uh, 78, 79 was 78 was the last one. 77. In case you just joined me, I'm just mining stations, or these miners. They blink with my mod auto deconstruct. So just setting in the spots. Well, they don't blink unless they have a RoboPort network on them. These belt-based ones don't have that, but the new bot-based ones I'm building, somebody told me bot-based mining stations would be better UPS friendly, so I started setting that up. All right, so 77 was the last belt base I set up. All right. center. And let's check out how things are doing. Red circuits was one of my last major builds. Good to see the average is finally up above minimum. It's 100,000. That's really excellent. Means it's getting good supplies. And this was a 3 outpost build, kind of like in a column right here. And I expanded it to my new 2x method. So it's kind of interesting. I like the track layout. Iron ore. I just recently upgraded this from a column of 5 to a 2x4. I've added 3 or 4 new trains. Can't remember if the latest outpost, if I put second train there. 84 is 84 the max. Yeah, okay. I got 2 trains going there. A third could probably handle 3. It's only really got a stacker for 2, but which I would get stuck on if all 3 trains were sitting there. If I sent a third. Recently, like I said, upgraded the PG station, so I had all these extra refinery bits on me. So how well is this doing? 275,000 average. That's good. 2 of these wasn't quite keeping up, so I added a third yesterday. I really like this. I just came up with this new petroleum outpost like 3 days ago, 4 days ago, and I really like it. It's kind of compact, like this refinery only outputs to here, and this refinery only outputs to this. And globally, one outpost is autonomous. You know, it just has one oil train to it. You know, you can have multiples in the stacker, of course, waiting to come in. Watch how fast this loads. This is at 26 UPS. Imagine how fast that would be if we were running at 60 UPS. It's still fast. One of the things I've learned connecting or filling a tank train is if you go directly from a tank and not through pipes to the pump to the train, it's so much faster than if you you know, have some underground, say, between your tank and your pump. So it's you know, and then of course, you know, having all these basically 8 tanks unloading into the train, it's just super fast and super efficient. Going in here. And away it goes. I mean, the neat thing about this is literally I can, blueprint that and stick it down anywhere. Instead of doing kind of like, this isn't a manual build, but this is my old PG/plastic outpost. I mean, this is kind of messy, even though it's a neat design and it's easy to expand, but at the same time it's not easy, because then you have to wire, okay, well, how do I get the petroleum to this new section, and does it balance, does it flow well, does it, and then how much more cracking do I need to support it, and this outpost, it's got its refinery into its own cracking, heavy, all the light it needs into petroleum, and out it goes. It's, I don't know why I didn't come up with it sooner, but it's beautiful. I love it. I need something like this for, say, lubricant and, say, rocket fuel or something, but I've already got a rocket fuel outpost. Look at this massive thing. This is really neat. You might think this is like super overkill, but most of these are working. This is a 4-lane balancer. You might be like, well, I've seen 4-lane balancers that are super more compact. This is a balancer that balances each side of a belt. If you notice, mostly the top side of this belt's flowing. But if you look at the input lines, they are all flowing equally on each side of their belts. And the reason for that is, so all these assemblers, they all get to work, instead of just having a few at the end doing all the work. It's a pretty neat system. Anyways, I don't know why I got into that. Where am I? What needs doing? Still not backed up on iron ore. Really don't like throwing more trains at this situation, but I've added 4 trains in the last couple episodes. I guess it's semi-backing up. Let's send another train to this outpost. Because even though it says 4 million, it's really 40 million. My productivity bonus is almost 900%, and including your original 100%, that's basically 1,000%. So that could probably handle a 3rd train. We'll build it 84. fix the stacker. Had AFK a second, turn on the air conditioner. Is there a new train? Yeah. All we really need to do is change that to a chain signal and everything's okay. Oh, these trees. Let me through here, thank you. Whoa, train coming in. Changing that to a chain signal, the third train, if they're all three were here, the third train would wait here. Change these those to rail signals. That one can be a rail signal, so can that one. Really kind of need to expand my border some. Capture all this at some point. Kind of running out of ore in the inside, on the northern side. Captured all this down here in the south kind of recently, so the southern smelting has lots of ore. What should that look like? Should I come up here, then across? Hard to do that. There are a lot of cliffs. There's definitely a lot of water. But maybe I only stop about there and come across right here, I'd skirt a lot of that water. Let's do that. I don't use my regular train for that. I use my artillery train. And it's way over on the end of my base. Or the end of the bus, I guess would be the better way of saying that. It's not really the end of the base. This whole thing's a base. Alright. For this, we don't need a bunch of bridges. A stack or two of explosives, lasers, probably quite a few, some power poles for them. Oh, and maybe an outpost. Or two. Track. Let's set up a car for track. Do that. Bots will give me a handful. Some of the lasers, artillery, and let's just do that. All right, got a lot to build. Let's give me some track. All right. We are headed to Northwest 8. Train's a little slower than my personal one, but it's packing the heat. this northern track here. God, it's going to be like practically all through water to connect in. You will. So, as I was mentioning in another episode, you can't leave these stations on the main tracks. I'll pull that guy up. Alright, track. Bots. Use a mod that disables bots when I'm in. Get into a vehicle and go over that. Probably need to start setting up defenses. The biters get really mad at my train. Probably don't need this one. Set this one kind of close to the track. Should maybe cover. Yeah, it would. Really not going to get a whole lot. Set that one kind of close to that choke point. And the guns start firing. And how's radar you looking? We're okay for now. Using a mod called Beautiful Bridge Railway. Allows me to build on water. My stone book. Yeah, that's right. Whoops. Put that in the wrong spot though. think I was planning on coming up this far. Wasn't. I was going to go across like right here. It's called Beautiful Bridge Railways. It's hover over a pole, you can see it. Beautiful Bridge Railway mod. Allows you to put poles, signals, or at least the big power poles. You can't put the smaller power poles on water, I don't believe. Nope. Just the big ones. And signals. And then of course these bridge segments. I like the look of the stone bridges, but there is a wood bridge and a steel bridge as well. It doesn't affect the speed, it's just what you like for appearances. Anyway, let's see. See, it's normal railroad track is stone, a steel, and a stick. And then, so a wood bridge just substitutes wood, which wood's kind of weird, as you'd actually, you'd have to cut down trees to get wood. Keep a lot of wood around or something. There's mods to actually grow trees, so maybe you want to get that mod in addition to this, if you like the looks of the wood ones. Okay, so the steel one just requires 2 iron sticks and a steel instead of 1 iron stick and a steel. And then the brick one is a steel plate, iron stick, and then a stone brick. So it's just a different recipe. It's not more expensive. So I just have a assembler making these for me and stockpiling them for me. I will. All right. Grab some. I'm gonna have to back up to get those. Can't zoom out. I can. I don't think I can click on my car from the front of my train. It's a kind of weird thing about this game is you can see further left or right than you can north south, just because of the of your own limits of your video game screen or your computer screen. So one thing you can't, I don't think, I've never really tried to get out of your train over water. I have heard, at least in old versions, you would die if you did so. So, got a couple stacks. How am I for track? I'm okay for track. So let's finish this bridge and then we'll come back and go east as originally planned. Right, exactly. I hate dying in this game. My bots are going to get eaten. So you can queue over your stone bridge and we'll pick it up. I'll give you the item to finish building. So we can go finish that some other day. Finish the bridge. Yeah, when I was originally doing this map, I was doing all vanilla. And mostly it was these bridges I wanted. That's not what I'm looking for. Turrets. There we go. So to kind of get through here, minimal amount of bridges. It's going to be right where that laser is. And we'll do a T intersection. And then set that down so I don't lose my spot. Mostly the biters are going to come in on the left top side. Times they go, well, probably don't need to build out the lasers on the bottom side. I usually pay that price. Yeah, really don't need that. In fact, I don't need either of those. Biters don't cross water. They don't have mods for that. So when using this, oops, power, are these not connected? They are not. How's radar looking? Probably could use something in here. You can place the stone bridge, as you can see right here, over land. And I don't carry as many stone bridges around. So but you can't place the regular ones over water. So I always put down the basic rails first, in that case I kind of screwed up or something along in there. Oh, it's because nowadays you can place, I think you can place other blueprints over those lasers getting eaten up. Let's set up another laser to help that one out. Probably don't need that. A couple of repair bots. And some tools. So I used to do all this like clearing with, as they say, turret creep with lasers and stuff. So much easier with artillery train now. Can clear long before you get to a spot. I like the stone arch. These stone bridges. I have a few wood. I can kind of show you what a wood one would look like. The steel one. So here's the stone bridge. It's pretty decent looking. And the steel bridge. So they're decent designs for sure. You mean you had to listen to the same tape over and over, or did it literally become like unraveled? Or melted? Those were the days. I haven't listened to a tape in ever. I don't even listen to CDs anymore. How am I doing on bullets? 158 out of 400. Track, do you need more of it? See, now left or right I can pick up track, no problem. We've passed that one. If we get to that one, we don't have to build as far south. Let's get there then. Oops. Oh, I don't have to build lasers. Gosh. This is all like a dead end. lasers. I can pick up some from the train. Well, how far back does this radar have to be? Okay, lane fill. You can increase or decrease landfill placement. You know, like this. The plus on the key on the side keyboard, or the minus key to shrink it. People were wondering. Suppose I'll re-enable the chat window. People can see what people are typing. Oops. Oh shoot, I'm out of rail signals. I'll just make a handful of those, and I need lasers. Definitely gonna run out of rail signals. I have to come back through here. Kinda forgot that part. Radar. Again, I forgot. Can I reach far enough back? Not quite. Using a mod called Long Reach. It's super helpful. So weird when I play a game, a normal vanilla game, without long reach. I literally forget how short your normal grab distance is. This takes forever. If you can read my yarn, at least one copper mine's out of ore. whole bunch of junk too. I don't remember getting the fish, but I guess I did. Guns have been silent. It's this outpost. It's done all that clearing for the most part. What is our range on? Artillery range. This one's sort of artificial because of the train. Could probably use another one right in this area. And we are now officially out of signals, and I can't build any more. Alright. Where's this going to cross? Something like right there. Let's create a T intersection. Create a waypoint. Probably should have done that at the other end. Forgot about it. That's a really big stone patch to create that waypoint on, but I don't think we have to worry about stone so much. So northwest 3. So this would be northwest 4, 1 south. I'll copy that. easier to paste onto something when it's not covered by trees. Looks like a ghost. Oh, it is a ghost. I got in and out of my train and disabled my robo ports. Oops. Don't have enough reach to get back there. These bots don't come out and grab everything in my pockets. Good. That. These are blinking because I'm out of the rail signals. Got to put a radar. Actually, I can go straight into artillery train because I'm facing forward. Sometimes I'll get, straight up like one of these and then have to turn back, go back and cross my train over, and then it's facing backwards. That's why I have that train turnaround. But I like my guns facing forward. My artillery trains. You don't have to swivel as much every time I come to a stop to start shooting. Especially if they want to shoot forward. And the area behind is... Where are you going? Exactly what I was talking about a few minutes ago. There's a train waiting to go this way, so the train went our weird way. Well, let's send my little guy over to artillery train turnaround. So I don't have to come looking for him. Turns out I didn't need any cliffs. Explosives. Yes, bring me them signals. Thank you very much. And we need to go to my new Northwest 4. Shoot. Why aren't you coming out this way? Because it's not an exit. Let's fix that. Whoops. Map mode. Get this. Suppose I ought to have that as well. That one won't work. Why are you blinking? Ah. No, that was fine. To replace, oh, we need to put a laser up here. Not a laser, yeah, radar. Let's first get this one over here. Do this one. defunct, right? Literally could put it all the way up there. That might make sense. Okay, let's do that. I didn't need these lasers, did I? No. There's no way for biters to get to them. Likewise here. Whoa. It's not really where I want those, but since I've set up a new one of these. This would be northwest 4, 5 north. I should cannibalize another train, like this guy here. So we're going to supersede. I mean, he's been superseded by that one. And definitely this one. Didn't I get the... I thought I was carrying guns. Oh, they're on my train. Oh, they're on my artillery train. Yeah. So we'll have to go visit you. First, I want to put in that waypoint. This one. East. That's all right. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is this one labeled 5 then? Probably to match this. Oh, it's because 2 is right there. It's a short one. Okay. Let's back up a tiny bit and give my train a little bit more options on the way to go. Might go left, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because to get at this one, you have to come in this way. could clear out some of these lasers while I was at it. No, don't do that to me. So it's fine, but I suppose it's going to do it as soon as I walk in here. All right. Let's not that one. This one. I probably didn't need to do that because this is going to curve. Yeah, it does. So we're probably going to use this for the moment. Move my train out of the way. I heard the research ding that time. Alright, so we're going to need a bunch of cars behind you. Apparently my bots were hard at work. Alright. Pick up those. Don't want to pick up that yet. I do need to change those in the requester chest, those in the request chest, that and that. That. Paste those. Then change these artillery shell boxes into provider chests. And then change these direction-wise. Change them all. Let's use one of those on my train. And we're going to want all that. Purple inserts. This. And I certainly don't want to be carrying all that. Stick all my lasers in there, beacons, things like this. I need to be holding right now. Right. Stupid bots. Walls. Where'd those walls go? I just picked up my trash. Oops. Darn it. I just took the station. Stop, stop, stop. Don't steal. Ugh, stupid butts. Don't want to put the walls in there, actually. I'll take them with me to the new outpost. Alright. Bots will just put them back. Oh well. Oh, that's not connected back there. I actually want that gate piece. Stupid drop down. Anyway, can't. Oh, they did connect. Carry a number of shells. It's mostly I need these guns though. My full. Logistic range. Shoot. Can't create any more cargo wagons. But we're got a little space, so we're good. Don't need those. I don't know why I didn't pick them up, but I don't need them. Lose every station. Alright, let's copy from another artillery outpost. 20 is our current one. And our new one is 25. For now, circuit condition. This will be a little fireworks show as this goes in. Yeah, for the moment, I have to unload those trains. That's all that goes in. Give the station a logistic bot. And it should get itself going with that. Do I have enough room to get the... Let's see here. I do. Yeah. What? It had a nice, beautiful one. There we go. Get all downshift. Yeah. Let's steer that from in here so I can see what's going on. Well, it's kind of working anyways. Good, they're not chewing on my engines. Alright, let's go back to there. And finish cleaning it up. Keep forgetting to check on that copper train. See if it doesn't already have an extra outpost. Copper 52. It says it's in the south, but it still whoops. Need that. South 1240. There, oh no, that's stone. sitting there, and he's actually... Oh, that one's not in YARM, so it's okay. Yeah, when I went to do this, I misclicked on this, and it ended up setting it as a separate copper. So he's okay for now. Oh, I didn't unload that train? Sad. Right, let's grab those. Those. Alright. Let's try it from back here. Oh, that takes away power. Alright, everything's full. Supposed to be right a little further forward. Grab a little bit. on my engines. Let's get up there and help. Yeah, stop. My robots aren't keeping up. Hey Andy, how are you this afternoon? That's good. I just built all this track up here out. Help you with what? Your base? Yeah, train signals are definitely rough. Do you have a multiplayer server up? Do you want to if you have a password for it, you can whisper it to me or just tell me the multiplayer map. Oh, what version are you using? Because the latest version, 1644, is. Yes, I have Discord. 1644 is bugged. Let me open Discord. Discord. There it is. Okay, is that your password or Discord channel? Or the name of your server? Let's see. I have another. Alright, well, I can help you, but I have to. I don't want to take a break in the middle of this. Let's see here. That's not full. I can get rid of these 3 train cars. Alright. I don't need this train anymore then. Let's get rid of that. Set this to equal 0. Artillery shells. And we will send you away. Boulder, Colorado. Really ought to be able to sweep up this whole thing. Let's do that. Oh, there was a radar there. Might still need that. There's a radar there. I'm going to say it doesn't need it. Oh, thanks for the follow. Let's see. Brain, oh brain, oh brain. Work for me, oh brain. There we go. Let's see. Those don't really need to be powered, but might as well put them in. Okay. Just cleaning this up. More bots hanging out. I guess I do have room for all these lasers. Let's snag those. Alright, I guess I'm considering time. I got 4, 5. Cool. Denmark. Just moved here 2 years from Scotland. Nice. My history is Scottish. I'm descendants from the MacLeods. Which I've kind of always thought cool because the movie Highlander has always been one of my favorites. Back to base. I think we're done there. Is that new train showing up here yet? Not yet. He's probably on the way. Yeah, he's gonna fold. He's full up. Him there. It's a long distance to the outpost. Once they finish clearing, they really go dormant. All right. Whoops. Shoot, I just got out of my train. Fortunately, it was stopped. Alright. Discord. Do a Discord tag. Andy, I hit enter, nothing's showing up. Change the way this works. How about that? No, can't seem to find. Do you mind if I keep the stream going while we look at your map? Others might find it helpful while I explain to you how signals work. Okay. I'm going to save this. I've roughly got 45 minutes. So, all right, quick game. Play. What's your multiplayer map? Or do you want to tell me in Discord once we figure that out? Well, let's see if I can. I'll send you a friend request. How's that for Discord? All right. Server should be called. Browse public games. All right, so I'm going to have to upgrade one of my versions. So right now we're going to have a black screen, guys. Sorry about that. This is my 1639 version because 1640 was broken. What to call on Discord? Oh, in chat? Yeah. Once we get in the same channel or something. Let me check my settings in. Voice. We can chat, but I have a live mic. Nobody's going to hear your questions. I haven't set up Discord with Twitch yet. Input device, microphone. Output device. Stick with default for the moment. Yeah, I just don't know how to connect it. You don't mind if people talk to you. So, option about. Let me check for updates. All right. 1645. So they updated from 1644. Sweet. So they must have just pushed that change out today because of the break. Let's check the forums. New active topics. not seeing any release notes on 1645. Hopefully they say they fixed the problem with 1644. I forget. Oh, it was a science pack issue. That was the problem. So I imagine it's fixed because you're playing it, right? How come I can't hear you? Is it because we've not joined in Discord? Come on. This is the beginning of direct message history. Let's see. Here's my channel. How about I invite you? I'm here. Andy, why don't you go there? And then maybe I'll just talk on my channel. Yeah, 1645. All they did was fix infinite research. Sweet. A wild Andy appeared. Alright. I don't know. I rarely use Discord, so should work. I see that. Oh, there you are. General.
Hello.
Hey. Great. Can you hear me too, or are you going to hear me twice? The stream and this.
Try again.
Can you hear me? Or are you only hearing me through the stream?
I can hear you through your stream, not on Discord.
Okay. You'll just have to choose which one you want to mute. Alright, so let me go to your multiplayer.
I keep hearing you through your stream and not Discord. I'll keep your stream muted.
Okay. Well, how about I mute my Discord voice, and then you can hear me in the stream, so everybody can hear me. Browse public games.
Or I'll just unmute your stream and I'll ask questions here if you can hear me. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't mute the stream, I don't think. Let me check. No, it's still good. I am not seeing your server, though. I have Spiel von Brandy is the closest thing to Andy that I see.
Give me a second, I'll check.
Sure. You are using version 16, or are you in 1540?
I'll put it back up in a second. See if that helps.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I have no idea how to check that. At the bottom of my screen it says recent news 1644.
Okay. So yeah, if you do Alt-Tab on your computer and you just hold down the Alt key, you can see the titles of all your windows, and then it will say at the top of Factorio 1645 for me. If you're doing 1644, you need to get the patch. So we're on the same version. Oh, and I need to go. You're probably doing vanilla. I probably have to disable my mods.
Oh, it says 1636.
Yeah, you need to update. So I will only see your server if we're on the same alpha. Anyways, I gotta disable mods.
How do I get to the updates?
You know what? I'm just gonna load my vanilla.
Yeah, but how is it update?
How do you update? You go to the about and click check for updates.
Yeah.
Let me verify people are able to see. All right. So people are seeing me update a couple times. I had the 1639 version, which I just updated to 1645, and I have a vanilla, but that was a modded version. And I don't want to toggle all my mods. So I'm updating my vanilla version, which I had forgotten I had.
Mine doesn't seem to say updates. Where yours says update now, mine doesn't really say that.
Let's see. Are you using a stream version or a Steam version, or did you download it directly? I don't think it should matter, but if you're using Steam, then you need to have through your Steam library.
Yeah, Steam. Steam.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm opening my Steam library.
I've just.
Do you have automatically do updates set in Steam?
Forcibly updated it, I think. Well, I validated the files.
Let's see. Why isn't my... There it is. If you right-click on Factorio in your library and then go to Updates, you should have automatic updates set to always keep this game up to date. And then in the Betas tab, make sure you have, latest 016 experimental opted into. And while you're doing that, I'm going to see how to get Discord.
Cool, it's updating now.
Voice on Twitch. System audio capture source. This will capture from your default audio output device. Oh. Alright. That's actually way easier than I'd imagine. Alright, so I just need to add a source to my stream. Add source. Audio input capture, is that what it said? System audio capture.
Cool, map's up.
All right. Device. You know, I might already have this. People might already be able to hear audio output capture. It's on. Well, let's see. I like Joe Bob Cheese. Can you hear me? And can you hear Andy talking? If you're, he's in the chat channel as a viewer, but I don't know if he's actually. Some people tab into a stream and then AFK. All right, so let me go back, play, multiplayer, browse, and there you are. Join. All right, it's a fairly sizable map. Nice. Trains. Are you left-hand drive or right-hand drive? Looks like right-hand drive. Kind of request things off.
Didn't know that made a difference on trains.
Sure it does. Whether the trains, are. Oh, you're basically the same color as me. Let's switch color. Let's just do green. Right, so let me just get some track. Oh, you're handing me signals and stuff. Thank you. All right.
Here, I've got some here.
That should be it. All right. I will follow you to.
Right, so
You've got like good armor, so.
here I've got copper coming in,
Sure.
as you can see.
Yep.
Up here should be coal, uranium,
Right.
oil. These work okay, but they all get stuck here.
I'm hearing some talking in the background. Do you have people in your office or something?
Down here there's stone. No, what you can probably hear is maybe your own stream. That's better.
Okay.
Is that better?
Okay, so let's work at these one intersection at a time.
No, I can't hear you.
You can't? You can't hear me now? Hello. Test, test. My mic's working. Discord. Have you been hearing me?
I've not been able to hear you, sorry. Give me a second.
Let me try that. Does that help?
Right, sorry mate, I didn't hear you at all. I muted your stream to see if I could hear you again.
Okay, can you hear me through stream then? Not sure. I mean, my audio is being
Yeah.
picked up by a stream,
So here I've got iron plates coming in
right?
and copper plates.
Okay.
And then somewhere down here, my trains will be stuck somewhere.
All right.
This one.
So I see all your blinking lights. That's because you have blocks that you don't have any closed blocks.
Right, I'll be back in 2 seconds, okay?
Sure. It's weird to see a game moving at 60 UPS and all the belts are just cranking. But definitely missing ore, probably because of the stopped trains. There's a radar in that section, can't see it.
Sorry, Dad, I'm back.
All right. So let's go over some basics here. All right. So you have this loop out here to the right, and it has 0 signals on it as far as I can tell. So that's the first thing, is one, this train here, you want to put a chain signal before an intersection.
Yeah.
Okay? Before a cross. Okay? You can then, on the other side, put rail signal before a merge. So these tracks are merging, so you put these rail signals. Okay? That tells the train that it can go through, but the chain signal says it can't. Okay, the reason that's blocking is because you have this track connected way over here. This is, if you if you hold a rail signal in either kind in your hand, then you will see a line across the track, and you will see that it's just one big giant block. So we have this track moving away to the loop, so we will add a rail signal to that, and we'll add a rail signal here. I'm rotating the one I'm putting at the right at the center of this V, so it's for the track heading north. Okay. This is a split. We're just telling trains that want to come to the right, if this is, right now it's red because there's a train here. If you have more than one train coming here, do you have more than one train coming here? Because if you do, you want to put more signals in. That just tells trains that they can come in.
Not to this station, no.
Okay. All right, well then you really don't need these then. Do you have like a handful of steel plate you can give me so I can get a faster pickup? Otherwise I can request some from the logistics if there's any available.
I've only got 2 on me, but here.
Yeah, you need like 5. That's all right.
There should be.
If there's any in the logistics, it'll come to me. Yeah, you got 2,000 in logistics, so they'll be on their way. Okay, so now if you hold up a chain signal, you can see that this area to the right is a separate color than the right-hand side track. See that? So what we've done is we've created a block. That means a train can move up to this section.
Yeah.
And then not further. Okay, so now this is another intersection here, so we'll put a chain signal for trains moving north, so they won't enter this intersection if this is red. Like if this train was partially in this intersection, it'd be red. Even if here, let's make this a little bit more obvious. Which we are gonna do is we would add a rail signal there. Now I'm gonna add another one just to demonstrate, to make this one by the intersection green. See how this chain signal is now green? That means a train moving north can move into this block. Can move right through here. Okay, because this signal's green.
Yeah, but this one's red.
Right? But if I move this train in, now it turns red, right where you're standing. So a train moving north would stop here. Does that make sense? And I move back.
Yeah.
The train, it now turns green again. Okay, so
Sort of.
So you don't want, now this situation is kind of bad. Like this train coming through would see this as a clear way, so the train wouldn't hit anymore. Like if we make this automatic, this train will move forward, but it will still block this exit because there's another train in its way. So you want to get your rail signal such that the train can move all the way up to a safe what this somebody, some video I watched, is basically this signal back here is saying it is safe to park right here, right where this engine is. The problem is it's not safe for this entire length of train. So you want to have no signals between this one here and the whole length of the train if you don't want this intersection back here blocked, which you shouldn't. You want this oil train to be able to leave its outpost as soon as it's full and get, back on its merry way. So if I remove this signal, the train will move ahead because it will now then be part of this block and it'll crash into that train. So you can watch that and it'll smash into that train. So
Yeah, your stream is lagging a little bit. It could be my internet, it could be, I don't know what else.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm getting a fair chunk of drop frames at the moment. So, are you watching my video or are you watching your game? You're watching the game, right? So, it's the same thing with this. There's no signals in this. So what we do is let's back this train up. So there's no trains behind. There isn't. So ideally, this would be set to automatic here. And then this train back here, we can get.
I've got two monitors, so I'm watching the video and the stream and the game.
So we set this guy here. So this is the length of your train, and we just put a rail signal there. And now that is the length of one of your trains. And so this, as soon as this train moves forward, past this signal, that would enable this one all the way back at the intersection to turn green. And likewise, so you have this one here. This train can't move forward. It's because there's a train way up there. He's stopped at the next rail signal and it's red. You can go up, let's go up the length of one train and set that spot. Now you can, this isn't an intersection. There's no intersections along here. We can put signals through here at regular intervals. Allows your trains to move forward, sort of creep forward. So as this train moves forward, see the trains behind. Whoops, I guess it's not set to automatic back there. Let's do that. So you can see this train behind us. It's going to creep forward, but it's not going to crash into. So as long as we set signals at, relative, intervals along just a stretch of track, then the trains, behind can keep up, can move up. So I'll set you to automatic. Problem is, you have this train here, you have this intersection here. This intersection should probably, where's this train headed? Way iron. So you have signals at incredibly long distances. So this train can't move forward. It wants to move forward. It's heading to iron load 4. Let me look at the map for that. Iron load 4. It's way to the north. If you look at your track in map mode, you have 0 signals. So this whole section from where it's at all the way to this train is being blocked by this train way back here. Because it's all one block. If you open up a mouse or your signal, you'll see that the color of this track on the right-hand side is the same color as the track ahead of the iron train. So the train can't move forward because there's a train on that block already. And it's this one way back here on the right-hand side. This train here before this oil station on the right-hand side is blocking that train trying to head to the north. Seems unbelievable, but that's the way the signals work. Now, watch this. If I put a signal right here at this curve, that iron train to the north will move. If I got my signals ready. No, well, a different train moved. And it's coming. So watch out. The train's on the way. Alright, now we'll set another signal behind it. And now our trains are moving. So not having signals is as bad as having signals in the wrong places. So what you'd want, what you need to kind of do is come through here and just stick some signals along the side of the track so the trains can move. You know, and doing them to both sides of the track too.
So as long as I put signals all the way along the track, I should be okay.
This is straight sections of the track. We're not talking about intersections. And we're at track merge. So like in this case, we'll add a merging. This is the other side of an intersection. And then you want change signals to there. Change signals here. No, I'm not gonna, I don't have time to put signals on your whole track, but if you look at this intersection I did, this is kind of the situation. You want rail signals on the, on the outside of the intersection, and then chain signals on the inside, chain signal here, chain signal here, and then rail signal. Now, rail signal, it's only if if you're okay with a train coming in and then maybe blocking this exit, then you can put you just kind of got to watch out, train. Whoa, guy was moving. So that's the general gist of things. So you can see this train here. He's blocking this intersection, but it's a merging intersection, so it wouldn't matter which train was there first. But this train technically could flow through. I'm assuming this train's
so if I put a chain signal before the cross.
Before the cross. We'll keep trains from crossing if the signal on the other side is red. Now, so if you open up if you hold a signal in your hand, you can see that this big loop here is all one color, one block. So only one train can be in there, and currently it's the stone train. So this train here that's trying to cross cannot. And then apparently you added a signal, so it was able to cross. See that? What you kind of need to do is kind of work backwards on this on this left side, so that that train can move forward. Because if I had a signal right behind the stone train, it would be able to move up. So this intersection up here, this coal flows across. You put a chain signal just before it on both befores, like this right here. And rail signals afterwards. Now you can set it as close to the intersection as you want. Like you can set it right there. You don't have to have it out further unless that works for you. And then so I set one there. It needs another one, something like that. And now that train up there can go to about its business. And another train can pull into this intersection. So we still have a blockage down here, and it's probably because some of these are on manual or they're all in one loop. So basically you have a lot of track that has no signal, and therefore it's all one block. So like if you look at this back at the oil station, we got a coal train waiting to go south, and it can't move because there's a iron train all the way kind of down at the southeast corner of your base, of your center of your base, that can't move because it's waiting for that well, it's waiting for this train before the oil station, which was on manual, which I'll fix. I probably set it to manual. So that iron train here should start moving. What's he waiting on now? Because the copper train in the where it unloads is blocking any train from entering that area because there's no signals, or not enough signals. So it's
It's nice to see that there's actually still nice people out there who'll help people.
yeah. So before that intersection where that iron train was parked needs to be a rail signal. I'll ghost one down. Because what's happening is trains coming from the north are blocking trains from, actually, yeah, so. Well, it's before it merges. I'll put a rail signal there. It's fine. So, to your left, this train stopped. I was going to catch a ride from it. I'll walk, I'm not too far away. So we can set this one to a rail signal, and that one to a rail signal, and then you put this to a rail signal, and all that will stop blinking. Set that to a chain. And you should start getting. No, you're not going to get a whole lot of movement because all this whole area to the left, all the way in, is all one big giant block. So probably want a chain signal there. And you're going to want a rail signal. That train can move. And then, since this, I think this area to the north is all one unloading station. I don't really need that guy. Alright, so I'm going to just pop some of these down. Get these trains moving. So one long section of track. Now where all these merge together, you can just put a bunch of rail signals. And then you can put a chain signal or rail signal there, chain signal there, chain signal there, rail signal there. And so this train's trying to go north. It's being blocked somewhere. Right, so these three tracks you have here in parallel, right next to each other, you can't put signals on them. Really, hardly you shouldn't even try. Until you can get, something like,
Yeah.
because right here you can't put signals in between these tracks, so trying to do so is kind of funky. We can do something like that, and then you should have some trains moving up. Alright, so, but these loaders or unloaders are all one branch, so let's do the exits of them as well. I'm out of signals. Let me ask your robots for some. So if you continue to, okay, so this is an exit lane. So exit lanes should have a whole ton of chain signals on them. I mean signals. And then these are merging. This is the exit lane. And then just a whole bunch of these. So just keep the trains flowing out the exit as fast as possible. So you probably want to put some undergrounds where you got the blue chips so you can get some signals in there. Oh, and I'm dead. Poor me. That's what I get for putting all in signals in there. So, oh, I didn't dive too far away.
Oops.
Yeah. Grab the. Oops. So, in the exit lane, yeah, just a whole ton of signals, keep these trains flowing. Laggy for me, suddenly. Well, Andy, hope you've learned something from this. Alright, so that should get trains flowing.
I have, and thank you.
Yep. There's always tweaking to be done. I spend a lot of my time just tweaking stuff, but you got trains moving again. You're gonna have to work on these signals by these loaders, because these trains are blocking. You want them to flow. So, like, we don't have a whole lot of signals in here. So we got this whole section of red track here. You can't separate these blocks. So, like, putting a signal there doesn't help. Because you can't... I mean, it helps the right side a little bit, but the center track you can't do anything with because it's got no room for signals. This does need a... if you put a signal up by the end of this other coal train, then that other coal train can move in and stop blocking the track. So it looks like things are flowing again. So mostly the important thing to think about is the chain signals before intersections or along sections where you don't want trains to block. Like if you do a rail signal after a merge or just before a merge.
Thank you, Judge, for your help.
Yep. So it's tweaking, it's learning, it's watching some YouTube videos. I've thought about making a a rail signal guide, but it seems like
I was on the Discord channel for Factorio and I asked on there, but nobody was really helping.
Yeah, I'm never in there, so I don't know. Anyways, so I hope streamers also. This is Andy's base. It's a fun little thing. I'm sure it's been a lot of fun for him. Andy, I'm going to have to take off. And everybody else, thanks for watching. I've been Dune. And Andy, stop by the channel anytime and I will see if I can help you. Everybody take care. Have a good day. Let me end the stream here.